Maya, good morning. And I suppose, let's talk about our cynical South Africans and whether we actually do buy, before we go into our proper discussion, whether we really do buy into Valentine's Day and literally buy into it and spend a lot of money.
You know, I think everybody will tell you, they say, oh, it's such a commercial thing, it's a waste of money. But then when the crunch time comes, they just feel like, a real cheapskate if they haven't done anything. So I think whether we like it or not, we get sucked into it. You're going to land up buying a card at the last minute and there's half-wilted roses by the side of the road because you're just going to feel like a cheapskate if you don't. So I think we get kind of pushed into it whether or not we like to do so.
Okay, so you've got an alternative.
What I wanted to really say is,
Sorry, we do have this, ugly delay on our line. Tell us.
There's this great book called The 5 Love Languages. And in this book, the authors have identified that we feel love in different ways. What makes us feel loved is actually different between everybody. And they've identified sort of 5 key ways that we feel loved. So the first is that you may be somebody who feels loved if somebody spends quality time with you. So that's having a cup of coffee with you, going for a walk, just carving out time to spend with you. Another person may feel loved through words of affirmation. So this is someone who'd feel loved if you told them how wonderful they are, how much you love them, what you meant to them, a card with a beautiful poem. And then you get to acts of service. This is my love languages. If you make me a cup of tea, I'm like, I love you forever. And I think a lot of women, actually, acts of service is quite a big one. That's even putting music on my phone. Those kinds of things, showing me you love me through doing things for me. And then there's physical touch. So that's somebody who really likes having their hand held, hugs, physical affection. And then there are people who enjoy gifts. But the gift doesn't need to be something that's, diamond necklace. It can be something that is about, I know who you are, I've bought you something that's really, really special. And I think what's important here is that it's not about going out and buying that card or those roses. It's actually about what is it that makes this person feel loved? Because we all feel loved differently. So the way I feel loved may not be the same way my partner feels loved. So it's really worth, I think, this Valentine's Day exploring that discussion and saying, what is it that I can do for you that makes you feel loved and shows you the way you want to hear about it? And I think that was really far more romantic than just sort of rushing out and, ticking the boxes.
Or just buy them that book. What was it? The 5 Love Languages. That might be a very nice gift. Now, flowers. I mean, like red roses.
And gift, exactly.
Maya,
okay,
red roses, yes, seem to be the
so
popular choice. So you've got some alternatives for us.
Absolutely. And, in Victorian days in England, the men had to, everything was very subtle. So they sent women posies of flowers. And in those posies, they would have coded messages depending on what flowers they put in. And I just chose a couple for Valentine's Day that I thought could be really, really nice as an alternative to those red roses that go up like 100 times in value when you go to buy 12, those are traditional 12 dozen roses. And the first one is gladioli. Gladioli means you've pierced my heart.
Oh.
And the other one is a bougainvillea. Now, and a bougainvillea, obviously you wouldn't want to give somebody a bunch of bougainvilleas. They've got thorns in them, so maybe it's a pot plant. But a bougainvillea means passion. So if your partner arrives at the door with a bougainvillea, he means he's feeling very passionate towards you. And the other one is nasturtiums, which grow pretty wild. They're quite easy to find, and they mean reckless love, which I think is quite exciting. You can pick a couple of nasturtiums along the way. And finally, a cactus. Now, a cactus is perfect for people who tend to kill plants, so a really lovely gift, and it means ardent love. So I think I've just given you some really great options instead of those red roses, and instead of going and spending a fortune at a dinner, go and buy the book and have a discussion.
All right. Well, let's talk about what's happening with us at the moment. And we know there's load shedding, Maya. So it's one way to get out of cooking Valentine's dinner. But how can we make the most of it? I mean, the candles, all those candles that you got as gifts over the years, and you stashed them somewhere at the back. You can probably make that work for you, right?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the whole point of Valentine's, is candlelit dinners, isn't it? So, I mean, we're very fortunate. We've got gas at home, so we can still sort of rustle up something. But I feel very sorry for all the restaurants. And I have to tell you, I don't go out on Valentine's night anyway, because it's such a, it's so overcrowded and busy. So absolutely, go take out some candles. you know, read a book called, you know, Love Languages, talk to each other. How about that? No television, no cell phones, nothing. There's no electricity. Talk to each other this Valentine's Day.
Fantastic. Well, some lovely ideas from there. But I must tell you, if somebody gave me a cactus, I'd ask, where's the tequila that came from the cactus? That might help us this Valentine's Day. Thank you very much, Maya Fisher-French. Some handy tips ahead of Valentine's Day, things you can actually do on a budget, or you actually don't need money to do most of them as well.